Still ahead, what you need to know if you want to take your pet on a camping trip. If you're taking advantage of a long weekend with a short camping trip, you do not have to leave your pet at home. Here's Dr. Keith True of the Animal Center of Downers Grove with some advice.
Hi, I'm Dr. Keith True of the Animal Care Center of Downers Grove. Vacationing this year is going to look a little different than what we're accustomed to this time of year, with many of our favorite places closed or just not safe to attend right now. That's led to many people heading on outdoor vacations or camping where they tend to feel safer. A lot of times we want to bring our dogs with. We just need to make sure that we keep them safe. One particular issue that we need to address is potential for contracting certain diseases or illnesses. Leptospirosis, which is a bacteria, where they're most at risk of this is marshy areas or wet areas where stagnant water is present. Luckily, there are vaccinations available for this, so be sure to talk with your veterinarian about this particular vaccine. Lyme disease is carried by ticks, and again, that's also something that we do have a preventable vaccine for. Vaccination does not replace the need for parasite control and prevention, and flea and tick prevention is a very important thing, especially in wooded areas, grassy areas. This particular product here called Bravecto is a chewable treat that is given once every 12 weeks that can help prevent and treat flea and tick infestations. This little insect shield blanket here is another layer of protection we can use to keep biting flies, insects away from our pets. It doesn't replace the need for prevention, however, so just keep that in mind. First aid kit is a very important thing to have with you when you go out on the trails, camping with your dog. It's a good idea to have some scissors available so that we can trim out any burrs, mats, or anything like that that your dog might come in contact with, as well as have things like tweezers or bandage material just in case there's a wound that occurs. Medical first aid kits are available in both pre-packaged as well as you can make your own too. Heat exhaustion is also something that your pet can come across. If you notice any hypersalivation, if you notice any excessive panting, those are signs that heat exhaustion might be present. That's something that can be emergency, so I would recommend knowing where a local ER is in the event that these things occur. Also, just some things here, keep your pet's paws nice and safe, keep them off of rough, rocky surfaces, as well as hot blacktop. As you can see behind me here, we have a pup tent. That's another thing that we can use to keep our pets safe. It gives them a place to get out of the sun, keep them nice and cool. It gives them a place where we can keep them confined if our eyes are not directly on them. It keeps them safe from other wildlife, wandering away from the campsite, or also other dogs that may have gotten away from their campsites too. So always important to have a place for your dog to go. If we're outside and it's dark, visualizing our pet in the dark is very important. So if they do get away, these light up collars are a great way to keep tabs on them while they're out and everything too, but it's also something that we can use at home too. It doesn't have to be just at the campsite. Hiking is not necessarily something that just big dogs are allowed to do. Our little dogs, our Chihuahuas or Shih Tzus are also something that they might enjoy doing too. However, they might not be able to go for as long of a hike as you or your larger dogs might be able to. So this is a nice little carrier that we can use. It also doubles as a backpack. And there's many products out here that are similar to that, where we can take our small dogs out. When they get tired, they can go in the backpack and you can continue on your walk. And maybe they want to get out a little bit later and continue their hike. Swimming is also another popular activity for dogs. Just make sure your dog knows how to swim and don't just assume that they can swim. This here is a life jacket, but that also doubles as a little doggy backpack. It allows them to carry their own water, but it also provides flotation and life support in the event that they do come across a stream or a lake and they're not accustomed to swimming. I hope the information that I've provided you today helps you get out and experience the great outdoors with your furry companions. These are great ways to keep you and your pet safe, and hopefully you can enjoy a nice little vacation as well.